Sadly, the title of today's video is not a joke. Also, I'm recording this at basically midnight because I think I might be sick, so if anything sounds off in today's video, that's why. But today we are covering a TikToker slash Instagram influencer who decided to kidnap people for a prank. I really wish I was joking about that, but sadly I am not. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. Hit that subscribe button. It's free.
Better? You ready?
Go for it, man.
How's that? It rips, don't it? It rips.
So for anybody who doesn't understand what's happening, this guy is going up to car dealerships asking if he can test drive the cars and then kidnapping the dealers. You may think I'm exaggerating when I say kidnapping, but I'm not. I found out about this guy from Matozy, so I'm gonna play a clip from Matozy's video that explains how it's kidnapping. Mainly because my audio sounds messed up due to the fact that I think I'm sick.
Second, I gotta act like my own Wade from Kim Possible here. Okay, so kidnapping or abduction is the unlawful abduction or confinement of a person against their will. Yeah, that justifies the title of this video.
So because these dealers have no way of getting out of the car when this dude starts ripping down the street, that is kidnapping. These people have no way of getting out of this car unless they want to jump out of a moving vehicle that's going over 100 on the freeway. My nose is really stuffy. I've had to re-record this like 55 times, so if you hear a mistake, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna leave it in.
Right here or where?
Yes.
Okay, we're done. Seriously. Okay. All right. If I say anything
Haha, do you guys get it? Because that guy's fearing for his life? I've also realized I've never sounded more robotic while recording something. I probably sound like Detroit Become Human. Keep in mind, he's done this to the point where an entire county had to be warned about him. So this guy is a county-wide loser.
All right, yeah. There we go. Yes, yes, yes.
To anyone wondering why he hasn't been arrested, he actually posted an explanation himself on his Instagram page, which I couldn't find, but it's only in Atozy's video as far as I'm aware because I looked for it and I can't find it.
In those videos, not in legal trouble. Well, I'm not an attorney or anything like that, but these videos are quite old for that individual who's driving in those videos, and so the cars are completely fine, no issue with the cars at all. They drive fine, so no provable point that there's been damage under the car. There's no damage to the car.
I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. The reason he hasn't been arrested is because it's a long, drawn-out legal process that's really boring. From my understanding, only 2 dealerships have chosen to call the police, and the reason for that is because in order to get this guy charged with anything, you have to press charges. For most of these people, it isn't actually that worth it, and plus the guy's recording the evidence himself, so he's probably gonna get himself in trouble. And so far, he landed himself on the news.
We start with the story of a self-proclaimed social media influencer who is quite literally putting North Texas car salespeople in danger by taking them on daring test rides.
Our Nicole Nielsen getting us underway with the exclusive story tonight. Nicole?
Yeah, good evening, Dad. Nicole. We're talking about test drives that turn unsafe as the man behind the wheel films it all. It's been happening for months, but now some dealerships are speaking out saying that the driver is putting their employees and the general public at risk, all for social media.
Let's go!
They are high-end cars.
Slow down. Slow down.
Being driven at breakneck speeds
All right.
and used for dangerous stunts.
Okay.
As the salesman riding along can do little but watch and sometimes beg for it to end.
Yeah, just let me get out the car.
Okay, let me just do at the end of the sign.
No. I don't want to be inside the car when you.
One second.
I always ask this question, but I need to know who actually enjoys this content. It's just really hard to imagine someone actually sitting there and enjoying this content of a guy begging for his life. The only people I could see liking this content are wannabe edgy teenagers.
The person behind the wheel appears to be Amer Saeed. The Dallas man has posted dozens of videos of what he calls joyrides online.
I want to take a second and look at this guy's bio, because something I've always noticed is that the worst types of people and the most hateful types of people always have God first in their bio somewhere. I don't know why he has God first in his bio, because he's literally kidnapping people.
Recording the reactions of salesmen from dealerships across North Texas as what he calls entertainment. Some of the posts contain racist or derogatory captions, which we are not showing. Last summer, the Texas Automobile Dealers Association issued an alert about Saeed, warning members across the state about salesmen being endangered.
Just imagine being a loser on a statewide level. I don't see how this happens to you and you still have the audacity to post on Instagram and TikTok.
But it hasn't stopped their risky trips, including this one at Moritz Kia in Hearst.
What's the issue?
I'm gonna have to explain the tires.
They'll be fine.
He gets on the test drive with the salesman and immediately starts just spinning the tires, and it looked like he was going 100, 120 miles an hour. The salesman was pretty scared.
General Manager Matt Ducote says he sees fear on the salesmen's faces for their lives.
All right, man, you ready?
And their livelihoods.
It's just a scary situation when you're not in control and someone's driving recklessly. And if you're thinking you're about to sell a car, you may not say what you would normally say to somebody that's driving that way.
Brandon Thomas says Saeed visited 2 of his dealerships, both times posing as a serious customer discussing finances before the drives. The first time was about a year ago.
The customer basically went off of our normal route, exceeded speeds of over 150 miles an hour in the vehicle, and held our salesperson hostage in the vehicle during the test drive.
6 months later,
We were supposed to only go up the street, loop around El Dorado, and then come back. He decided to ignore all instructions from me.
sales associate Edgar Lopez says Saeed instead got onto 75 in McKinney at speeds topping 160 miles an hour. While he's smiling in the videos online, Lopez says inside he was panicking.
It was just a whole bunch of emotions of fear and just wanting to get back to my house and wife and kids safely. But basically got to the point where we ended up somewhere north of Fort Worth.
I feel bad for all the dealers involved. That must have been a horrible experience, but I want to bring attention to something I don't think Atozi talked about. If you went to this dude's Instagram, his like ratio and his comment ratio are completely different. He has 130,000 followers, but outside of the speeding car videos, he doesn't really seem to get any likes at all, which means either he bought followers or people only follow him for the car video.
Just very angering that he sees this as a game. He sees people's lives as a game.
Anybody that would take pleasure in that, kind of the torture, if you will, is just terrible human.
I am hoping that now that this has been on the news, this guy will get arrested at some point, but only time will tell. I do want to apologize for the quality of this video. I didn't expect to get sick this soon, but I still want to give a big thank you to everyone who watches and supports me. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, as it really does help me out, and I'll see you on the next one. Later.